إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. Again, inshallah ta'ala, we always start by making dua for our Muslim brothers and sisters in the Muslim world everywhere, in Palestine and everywhere else. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be with them and provide them with His support and His aid. And may Allah give shifa to those who are not feeling well, and keep us always on the straight path with our families, our children, and all of our Muslim brothers and sisters, inshallah, with Allah's protection. Quick reminder, a couple of things. This coming Friday between Maghrib and Isha, inshallah, we'll be having a program here about Surah Al-Fatiha, inshallah ta'ala, virtues of Surah Al-Fatiha, the meaning of Surah Al-Fatiha. Of course, Surah Al-Fatiha, if you want to really give it its time, you need hours and hours. Books were authored just talking about Surah Al-Fatiha. So, in 30 minutes, maybe it's not possible to cover much, but we do as much as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lets us, inshallah. Sunday, the time will change again. The daylight saving will end, and the Iqamah time for the prayers will change accordingly, of course. Fajr will be 6 o'clock according to the new time, inshallah. Dhuhr doesn't change, 1:55. Asr will be 4:15, and Isha will be at 7:30, inshallah ta'ala, starting Sunday. So alhamdulillah, yesterday we finished Surah Tabarak alladhi biyadihi al-mulk, Surah Al-Mulk, and today we're going to be starting Surah Al-Waqi'ah. That's why I changed my thawb. Every surah I wear a different thawb. Yeah, but what if we do Surah Al-Baqarah? I'll be wearing the same thawb for a very long time. So yes, Surah Al-Waqi'ah is a very powerful, beautiful surah. Of course, many people have memorized it, and I do suggest, some surahs, subhanallah, all the Quran is beautiful without a doubt, but some surahs, especially when you understand the meaning of the surah. First of all, the Surah Al-Waqi'ah is Makkiyah. It was revealed in Mecca a few years before Hijrah, about 3 or 4 years before Hijrah. And it talks mainly about the Day of Judgment, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala categorizes people into the best sabiqun. Those are the forerunners, those who are always ahead of everybody else. And Ashabul Yameen, those who are good, did good and bad, but mostly good. And Ashabul Shimal, who are not good. So we'll be talking about that, inshallah. There are many ahadith about Surah Al-Waqi'ah, the virtues of Surah Al-Waqi'ah. Many of them are not really authentic, but I normally mention the hadith even if it's da'if, as long as it has a benefit. And there is so this hadith is weak, da'if, but many actually, I noticed in some countries they do follow this hadith very strictly. I think in Indonesia or Malaysia they do that. They're good brothers, I love them, by the way. They're much better than Brother Juan. Anyway, so Brother Juan is a good brother, sometimes. Alhamdulillah. So the hadith, when Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu was very sick, about to die, Uthman ibn Affan, the Khalifa radiallahu anhu, goes to visit him. And Abdullah ibn Mas'ud had 3 daughters. So Uthman says to Abdullah, he said, how are you feeling? And he was very sick. So he asked him, ماذا تشتكي? What are you complaining of? He said, كثرة ذنوبي, the amount of my sins. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud is a great companion. What should we say? Subhanallah. He's worried about his sins. What should we say? So Uthman asked him, ماذا تشتهي? What is your desire? What do you wish for? He said, رحمة ربي, the mercy of my Lord. He said, Uthman, should I call the doctor? Abdullah said, the doctor made me sick. Now this one, I agree with him 100%. I saw the doctor, I'm not going to say which one, in our community. I was telling him my back is hurting so bad the other day. And he said, I'll make dua for you. Seriously? Thank you very much. Thank you for the dua, but you're a doctor. Imagine if a patient comes to you in the office and you say, I'll make dua for you, inshallah. means يعني خلاص, there is no hope. Alhamdulillah. So anyway, Uthman asked, do you need a doctor? He said, the doctor made me sick. Uthman radiallahu anh said, do you need some money or something like that? So Abdullah said, at this time, I don't need anything. He was about to die, Abdullah radiallahu anh. He said, but you have $3. We might give them, something. There is nobody to take care of them. He said, they don't need your money. I all taught them Surah Al-Waqi'ah. And I heard Prophet Muhammad saying, whoever recites Surah Al-Waqi'ah every night will have no poverty to fear. They will never be poor. So this hadith, like I said, sanaduhu da'if. In the chain, there is a person that is not known very well. And that's why the hadith is da'if. But it doesn't hurt. Before you sleep, Surah Al-Waqi'ah, about 3 pages. Yani it's not that hard. So read Surah Al-Mulk, Surah Al-Waqi'ah, the 3 quls, and the last part of Surah Al-Baqarah. You'll fall asleep by then, I'm sure. You don't need to take Zainat, exactly. Yes. By the time you get to that one, normally halfway in Surah Tabarak, I'm Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Surah Al-Mulk, subhanallah, for me, personally, makes me very sleepy. I think shaitan. When I am not able to sleep, you read Surah Al-Mulk, halfway in Surah Al-Mulk, I fall asleep. Subhanallah. Anyhow, start with إِذَا وَقَعَتِ الْوَاقِعَةِ. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِذَا, when waqi'ah happens. What is waqi'ah? Waqi'ah is one of the names of the Day of Judgment. The Day of Judgment has different names, and waqi'ah one of them. If you go back to the root word, waqa'a is to fall. And normally to fall from above. Now, when something falls from above, towards the bottom, what kind of impact it makes as it hits the bottom depends on 2 things. How heavy it is, right? And how hard you throw it. The strength of the thrower. True? 2 things. So if you're throwing like a little bit of cotton down, it's not going to hit much. If you're throwing Brother Jawan down, he will make a big splash in the water. So the impact depends on how heavy the object is and who's throwing it, right? So what if that object is the Day of Judgment? This is waqi'ah. What impact is going to do? It's going to make. And the one who's causing it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So from this perspective is a very powerful word. The one who's doing it, the action, is Allah. And the thing that is going to happen is the Day of Judgment. So that's why the impact of Al-Waqi'ah is a very big impact. إِذَا وَقَعَتِ الْوَاقِعَةِ. So this is something that is going to happen. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it an easy day for us. Allah talks about this, وَكَانَ يَوْمًا عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ عَسِيرًا. It's going to be a very difficult day for the kafirin. May Allah make it easy for us in the dunya and the akhirah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.